1, 2, 3. Alright. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna be drawing some, I don't know, I guess a promo card. So I'm one of those idiots that likes to roleplay, yeah, that cringy shit. I like to roleplay on Tumblr, and I'm trying to revive one of my blogs that no matter how hard I try, I just cannot get to work. And you're right, I should probably, stop, but I just like the character too much. And yeah, and I will really want to try harder this time, so I'm making this big ass promo card. And what a promo card is pretty much you well, if you're doing a canon character, you would take a screenshot from you would take a screenshot from the game or the anime or whatever. What the hell is this later? Okay. And you would take a screenshot from their game, their movie, their something, and you would put that in Photoshop, pretty much do all this shit to it, make it look so goddamn gorgeous, and oh my god, it's Hikaru. And you would put over text either your username or a quote, and you put that on your Tumblr, and you would pretty much send that around, and people would see it, see how cool you are from your editing skills, and they would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy, and I will roleplay with them. And this is pretty much what I'm trying to do, though I'm making mine from scratch, and I'm sure people do that with canon characters as well. But I've never really made something like this before. It's more like small stuff, either busts or hold on, I have a crystal that I recently made like that. Let me just make sure that this is coming up. Yep. And it's really fun to make these kinds of shapes because you could pretty much make a blob and then put in all sorts of colors, and it'll look really pretty. Even if you don't do this glowy bit, it'll just look really, really pretty. Let's see. I need to just fix up the sketch a little bit so that I can fucking really... I personally don't like layers because of this, and I should probably just erase that and start over. So yeah, this is probably gonna be the first video I post on my YouTube channel. I was originally going to just do an intro video because that's a lot easier to do and it helps people see what I'm gonna be doing. And well, usually you don't see a lot of people do talkovers of art, and personally I probably shouldn't because I'm gonna be really busy cooking today. This is probably gonna go up on Easter, which is what today is, and I'm gonna be pretty busy. But I wanted to do this because I have nothing else to do but wait until 5:30 so I can begin cooking. That's the wrong layer again. Oh my goodness. I personally don't like layers because they're just so stupid. What does it? That's fine. I can just do that. I mean, layers are important, but I get so confused because one, I don't label mine like an idiot, and two, oh, that's a nice song to go to. I don't like to label mine because it just gets tedious after a while, and then when I don't label them, I don't know what's what, and I sometimes don't even add a new layer. So all my coloring is absolute shite, and that's about it. I mean, layers are very, very important in digital drawing, so you're organized and can do things a lot easier, and sometimes people only use one layer, which is, oh my god, I want to be like you when I grow up. But for me, I just cannot do it. I just don't like layers very much. Uh... But for right now, we're just touching up the sketch so that I personally like touching up the sketch so it almost looks like the final product. That way, I don't have to do too much when it comes to... Where is the... Okay. Why is that all the way up there? I like to make my sketches super nice so that I'm not spending forever on the final sketch. So that, well, it goes back to the layer thing. I just don't like to make things super difficult for myself and super confusing for myself, even though it would probably help me a lot. So I'm just gonna be doing this. There was probably another thing I was talking about before I went off on a tangent, but so far I'm not really used to the whole YouTube thing, and I wanted to do this a lot earlier, but ever since YouTube just stopped caring about little channels like mine, it's probably, I've just lost a bit of motivation, but that's okay. And besides, I don't have anybody at home right now. I don't have anything to do until 5:30. I don't like that. So, let me just press Ctrl Z. So I'm just gonna do this for a little bit. So pretty much, this is a promo card for an RP blog that is for one of my OCs that I am trying, like, very hard to motivate myself to make a light novel for. Of course, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to writing, and I, to this day, have not been able to finish even a fanfic. Mostly because I either get busy or I just lose motivation, that kind of stuff. But I'm trying. I have a lot of things, like, I made the world map, I created, like, my entire notebook is full of characters and weaponry and how the world works. And I'll probably draw some of those things later on, but for right now, I'm just making this promo because I really want to, and it looks super dope, and I probably shouldn't say that word anymore because I have a squeaky voice and I sound super white. Let's see. Usually her... Oh god, what happened? Okay. Usually her collar is more like that, and it's very weird to draw it like this because I'm trying to make it look like she's either underwater or being swept up in something, and I'm just not used to drawing clothes like that. Let's see. So that's why I'm trying to be like super not finicky, or trying to make it the clothing look finicky in this. Damn. Oh yeah. So originally I had an idea to do an intro thing for this, like for this channel, but apparently I'm doing this first, and I already have everything like drawn out, and I could probably tell right now what I want to do with this channel. I'm pretty, like, it's so goddamn cliche. I want to make Let's Plays, which, yeah, everybody's Let's Play channel now, which, well, it's very fun to play games for people. And I already have a few games downloaded that I really want to play, and nothing like Doki Doki. Everybody's already doing that. I'll probably wait a while to play that. But there's a few other dating sims I want to try out. There's RPGs that I absolutely love that I want to try out. And, what else? There's some side-scrollers, 8-bit games that I really want to do. There's speed drawings that, well, there's not a lot of, not really speed drawings, but, well, yeah, speed drawings. There's not a lot of drawing things on YouTube where you actually hear the person talk while they're drawing, and that's totally cool. People could do whatever they want, but it's usually over speedy music or relaxing music, and the footage is sped up and things like that. But I don't know, I feel like I could just talk while I'm doing this, and it'll be really fun and really relaxing, especially when I'm alone for a few more hours. Where should I start? Should I start with the dragon or Nico? Oh yeah, her name's Nico, by the way. She is an amnesiac who woke up in a grotto one day. That's too thick. Who woke up in a grotto one day, and her companion, her future companion, Jordan, spelt with a Y, found her just lying unconscious in this grotto. And that's how they met, and that's how I plan to start the story, or at least with a background of how the world works and why everyone can use magic, or some people can use magic and others cannot. Yeah, it's very fantasy or, fantasy, kind of medieval, but also steampunk. I guess you could kind of compare it to Final Fantasy VII in that way, or Final Fantasy VIII. On a tangent, both of those games are pretty nice, but my absolute favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy IX. It's the one that I really grew up with and really adore, because, like, a lot of the characters are super neato, and I absolutely love Vivi and Freya. Fuck. A lot of my dragons I usually draw this nose piece with, and it can be super annoying or super cool depending on what kind of dragon I'm making. Usually they're shaped like a diamond when you look down at them, or look straight at them. And also, by the way, you'll notice that I make a lot of speech errors, and I'm a native English speaker, but I just have a problem with speaking for some reason. But yeah, I really, for some reason, like drawing dragons like that with the nose piece or the mouth piece, depending. I'm sure I have a few pictures that I've made, but they're all hand drawn because I've only started recently doing digital art. Your closest friend. I also really like to make my dragons angular, like lots of pointy bits and like toothy, I guess. But this one is a lot more I would say kind of Disney, because Disney has a lot of round dragons, not um not particularly angular and pointy. Um I don't know why I like drawing them like that, but it's just the way I do. Trying to make this as even as possible. A lot of my drawings are like this, where they seem lopsided, and I have a feeling that's because I have this thing with my shoulders where one is set higher than the other, not a hump, but um it's like almost like I'm lopsided, but only my shoulders are like that. My legs are even, my arms are even, everything is even, but I, for some reason, have taken that into my drawings, and a lot of them are either lopsided or they just look a little off, and that's okay. I don't mind it because they look normal to me, but I can totally see how it could weird somebody out. Um, also, there's probably going to be a lot of pauses like this, mostly because I'm trying to concentrate on this, keep an eye on time, and I just don't have anything to say. Should this eye be black? I think it should be black. I can add it. Well, I'm gonna test and see a few things. I should probably change that. I'm so for with the talking and the not speeding up the footage, I kind of just want to test this out and see how I like it, and see if you guys like it, or if anybody will like it. Um, it's like I said before, it's super relaxing to just talk and not worry about anything. I was always so nervous about public speaking too when I was younger, so I have no idea why that I find this relaxing and okay. Maybe I'm just used to it. I have a customer service job, so I don't really I don't have too much of a hard time speaking with people. That's not the right button. I don't have too hard of a time talking to people, so well, I wouldn't say that, but well, not really talking, but I like to listen to people. So, and I don't think they mind too much because most of the time I'm either nodding or saying yeah to people whenever they talk and telling a story, which I'm sure is like a little bit weird to them, but it's totally normal for me. Fuck. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like listening to people talk. even if it's like some bullcrap that they're spewing, it's just interesting to hear people talk and like get heated about something, or like get really passionate about either a hobby or what is it? A hobby or pastime, or like a special interest in a book or a movie or series that they're really, really into right now. And it also goes the other way where I'm just annoyed when hearing about something like the Steven Universe craze that was a while back. I still don't like that show very much. It's just not for me. I've tried watching a few episodes. Thick. I tried watching a few episodes, but I just did not really connect with it. It's one of those things where, well, I usually do like action-y stuff and battles and super stupid shonen stuff, but for some reason I just didn't really care for that show. But Gumball, on the other hand, oh my god, that show is gold. Fuck. Speaking of Ninja Sex Party, I love listening to Game Grumps either in the background or while I'm cooking. Like, they're just such idiots, but they're super funny and relaxing to just listen to. Of course, I'm sure everybody thinks this, but Aaron's just goddamn idiot, and that's okay. Like, everybody everybody has their gripes about video games or certain games, even though it's super easy to kill that clam in Ocarina of Time. But hey, everybody has their weaknesses. For me personally, I absolutely had a hard time with Shadow of the Colossus, where I think it was the arena one where Dan was having a problem with it. I hate like trying to guesstimate where I'm gonna land in video games. Like, I know that older video games made it a lot more easier because you can tell where you're gonna land because of the shadow. However, newer video games have stopped that, and you're it feels like you're supposed to guess where you're gonna land, even though I'm sure that they expect you to absolutely know and want to show you that it's not hard. Even though my perception for video game distances is absolute crap. I absolutely love platformers, but a lot of the times I fall off platforms, and I absolutely hate it. And Shadow of the Colossus was nothing but a platformer game. Like, there was gigantic bosses, but they were platforms. They were mini dungeons. Fuck. Also, you'll notice that I absolutely cannot do curves to save my life. Usually I'm just gonna settle with what I think is okay enough when it comes to horns or any kind of curves. Do, do, do. This is one of my favorite tracks from Final Fantasy IX, the final boss music. I always thought that this music was for Soul Cage's boss fight. But apparently it's not. It's only for Necron. And I only learned that recently, even though I've beaten the game, like, twice. Fuck me. Oh, this is probably not going to get monetized at all, even though I'm a small channel. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I don't even have a video on my channel. I'm demonetized because I like to curse. And I'm super sorry if anybody gets annoyed by that, because to me, cursing is more or less like, not a tick, but a part of my speech. I actually grew up in New Jersey, so cursing was a bit of a normalcy. Oh god, this acapella sucks though. But yeah, I'm super sorry if anybody gets annoyed by the cursing or silly voices or ba-ba-da-ba-da that I like to do whenever it's silent and I don't particularly want to sing along with any of the songs I'm listening to, but I just want to fill some silence and do something with my mouth. That's what she said. What are you guys' favorite RPGs, by the way? Personally, my favorite is Final Fantasy IX, but I enjoy a lot of Square Enix. I enjoy a lot of Atlas, even though the only Persona I've managed to finish is Persona 5, and that's not because I'm terrible, horrible at 3 or 4. I'm actually on the tail end of Risei's dungeon in 4, but 3 I cannot get the hang of because of the sickness system. Or for those of you who don't know, in Persona 3 there's an ailment that you can get at any time, and it's pretty much if you spend too much time in Tartarus and your entire team is just absolutely drained, absolutely tired, you have a very high chance of getting them sick because of that. And it doesn't go away if you heal them. It doesn't go away if you go back to the dungeon entrance and switch them out. Pretty much you're going to be stuck with them being sick for a few days, maybe more, and it can really like screw you over with dungeons and trying to meet the deadlines. And Persona is a very linear game. You don't really have a choice in the matter if you want to do a dungeon right away or if you want to wait until like the very last minute. There's no way, unless if you're doing a New Game Plus, that you're gonna be a master of a dungeon or anything like that. Oh god, I'm kind of out of breath. There's no way you're gonna be an absolute master at Persona right away. It's a very fun game series. It's very story heavy, a lot like other RPGs or JRPGs, and it's very fun. The characters are interesting. It's just Persona 3 really screwed us over, or screwed me over with the sickness thing, because I absolutely adore these games. I adore story. I enjoy listening to or learning about characters. I just suck at micromanaging. Speaking of micromanaging, Final Fantasy VIII is probably one of the hardest goddamn RPG. It's a good game. However, the junction system that they introduced, that sucks. Like, I know that there are guides out there that can help you learn it, but it takes up so much time because instead of fighting and killing enemies, you're pretty much stuck drawing from them, which, if you played Final Fantasy IX or any of the previous Final Fantasies before 6 or 5, I think, those of you who know what a blue mage is will know exactly how drawing works. And let me tell you, I did not even use Kina in Final Fantasy IX because they are a blue mage. They are your blue mage. Blue mages take magic from other enemies. With Kina, you have to consume them. I personally don't know how the blue mages work in earlier titles because I'm far too young to really have played them. And we were poor, so we didn't even have a chance to even play the earlier ones. Even though, I swear to you, we had a Final Fantasy 1 sealed, well, not sealed, but in the box. We have no idea where that went. And it would have been so cool to play that, but we didn't even have a working NES. So, but yeah, a blue mage is pretty much the one that you use to get magic from your enemies. The enemies have unique magic only they can learn or only they have in the entire game. And I'm sorry, my throat's actually getting tired. I didn't know that this was gonna be like this. Again, I've never done this before, but it's really fun. So yeah, I don't know how it works on getting that magic in earlier games, but with Kina, you have to consume them. Or have them consume them. And in order to do that, you have to get the enemy down to a certain amount of health, and usually I was either overpowered or I just did not have a good judge of how low their HP was, so I was pretty much SOL when it came to using Kina. I didn't even like it, like having them on my team. I just let them die during the temple side quest. But in Final Fantasy VIII, that's pretty much all of your characters. So you have to draw magic from them. You don't have to get their HP down to a certain level. You just draw the magic from them and then escape out of the fight. At least that's what I'm guessing that's what they wanted you to do. I personally don't like that because, like, I don't know, I'm so used to leveling up my characters and like growing their XP and HP, but in Final Fantasy VIII, the junction system pretty much uses your magic or whatever you've drawn and your summons as armor and what you can be resistant against. Which is all fine and good. It sounds amazing on paper and when you say that. But for me, and to an extent my brother, he never even finished the game. We just found that to slow the gameplay to a crawl. It was annoying. It was stupid. And to this day, I still want to try to finish it. But recently, my PS2's PS1 disk drive just blew up. it didn't blow up, but it no longer works. And it's really upsetting because we also have the disc for Final Fantasy VI, and I really, really wanted to play that, but there's still emulators, there's still ways I can see the endings of these games, even though it would be killer to just play them myself and do it myself. But yeah, what's your favorite RPG or RPG genre? Or RPG genre? What I meant to say was like genre of games. I personally like RPGs. I like action adventure, that kind of stuff. But I'm not opposed to dating sims or like silly game. Well, not silly games, but slice of life games like Animal Crossing. And what else? What else? Cooking Mama was fun, but it wasn't really a series for me. I don't like that, what that is. I don't like that, what that is. I'm sure you've seen, like, everybody tuning in that usually watches this stuff, you've seen artists do this a lot where they draw a line, erase it, draw a line, erase it, draw a line, erase it, until they finally stop. And that's always because we either don't like where it's placed or we just do not don't think it's a good placement. Because while we do try to follow the outline, sometimes we just feel that it's, oh, it looks better like this, or it looks better this way. But yeah, that's pretty much why we do that. For the outer wing, you have to make it solid, but for the inner wing, you can totally do what I did. I'm still wondering if I should put in the tears or not in the wing membrane, but we'll see. I don't even know if I'm gonna fully color this in or just make it glowy and pretty. There. Yeah, that looks fine. You also see artists do that where they click on and off the sketch layer to see if they like how something looks. And that's why they do that, because they fucking hell. Because they want to see if it looks better this way or that way. And personally, it's big a stretch. And that's pretty much why we do it. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place with commentary. Like I keep saying, I'm just not used to this yet. Jesus Christ. Yeah, those horns might be close together. It's alright. It's not the cover of the book, so I feel like I can let go a few weird occurrences. I do have an idea for a cover of the book, but I'm not even anywhere close to making that yet. Should I add this on a new layer or no? I probably should, just in case. Or that should be above. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Wow, West. Wow. Yeah, you're gonna be hearing a lot of stupid meme bullshit music because I myself am a meme. I enjoy memes. No, but really, Silva Gunna is like. It's not Silva, it's Siva. It's Siva Gunner. Their music is super, super cool and nice to listen to at times. Other times it's just a scream fest, which is okay if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm also super horrible at fucking faces and outlines of the jaw. The Wild Wild West. I don't even know if you guys can hear this music, or if I'm just making you guys super confused. There we go. Boing. I don't know if I'm gonna speed up this part or not. I probably won't because that takes effort and I don't feel like going around finding music to play. God damn it. Somewhere. Ah, fuck. How's that look? Actually looks really nice. Are you guys artists? Usually, either people like to watch these because of the music choice, or because they like to see other people draw, or sometimes, like me, I enjoy watching them to see different techniques and see if I can learn anything about this program, because even though I've had this for like a few years, I still don't know like how to fully use it at all. Psy is just one of those programs that I don't think me personally, I don't think I can fully learn it. I don't even have Psy 2. I don't even know how you get Psy 2. Like, I know you can buy it, but I'm a little rebellious boy, so. You'll also notice that I prefer doing hair and wispy, like, kind of like that, instead of, like, I guess realistic or strand kind of hair. I preferred making it like very floofy, almost teardrop shapes with the locks or bangs. Like this. Here. I think hair is probably the easiest thing to do when it comes to drawing. because, like, it doesn't really have anatomy to it, so you can pretty much make hair anything you want. Unlike hands or the face, I personally hate doing hands. And oh god, stretch. And like, you can make it any color, especially if you're doing anime style. We're just making a very ugu moe girl. Niko's not an ugu moe girl, I don't think. She's just very she's very blunt in her speech, because she doesn't remember a single thing about her past or anything like that. And because of that, she doesn't really remember how to interact with people, which is always super fun because she's just super blunt and super, like, she does not hold back in any kind of insult, or she doesn't even realize it's an insult until the person, like, berates her or walks away crying, or just gets absolutely angry with her. I also have another character that has super fluffy hair. I really enjoy the super fluffy hair because it's super fun to just draw the like that. I prefer drawing that to, like, flat hair. Usually strands like that give me a bit of problems, because either you make them, like, too deep in the I guess curve, and they just look super bad, and you're just sitting there retrying over and over and over again until you're happy with it. At least for me. Oh my god. Like this. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, fuck me. There we go. Let's see. Oh, baby. Fuck. There we go. Alright, that's better. Super better. Fuck me. Yeah, that's probably why a lot of artists don't they don't do talkovers while they're drawing. They curse a lot. I should probably learn to curve my cursing. I've tried. I try to say either fizzity yuck or frick, but I can never teach myself to actually do that properly. Let's actually make that a little bloop. There we go. Fuck. Boop. Okay. I should probably get a drink of water. It's probably like why I usually hear Let's Players and or just people who like to talk take a drink of water every now and again. Should I be under? Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, that should probably be under. Hold on. There we go. Usually I do that before I've drawn this, and if it overlaps or if I drew it a little too short, then I can just go back and change it. It's very easy. Like I keep saying, hair is like super fucking easy. There I go with cursing again. Oh my goodness. Granddad. And no, the audio isn't on a delay. I just have horrible, horrible timing when it comes to music. And I'm super sorry if my voice is annoying. Fuck! Okay. This is what oh my goodness. This is what I said about earlier. When you see people like constantly erasing that, it's because they're just not happy with where their lines are falling. As if the lines have a mind of their own, even though it's their own hand that's betraying them. High quality ripping. I don't like that. Yeah, that's good. Fuck. Also, there's a lot of people who use keyboard shortcuts when it comes to art programs. And that's all fine and good. Like, if you guys could do that, that's super awesome. But I recently started trying to use Fire Alpaca along with Psy, and Fire Alpaca is very shortcut heavy for me, which is just super annoying because I like having all my tools up here, and I just don't like using my keyboard for shortcuts and erasing. I mean, my pen even has an eraser, but for some reason it just does not erase. Let's see. Yeah, it just do this. Selection, clear. Okay. Fucking hell. And then there's times where I just absolutely miss the scroll bar and just screw everything up. Yeah. I think Nico is like the only OC that I have that I shouldn't call her an OC. She's an actual just character. She's probably the only character I have that still has floofy eyebrows. She's a very floofy character. Fucking hand, why are you betraying me? What's your guys' pet peeve? Does your hand betray you? Let me know in the comments. Also, eyes are pretty fun to do too. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I like to just copy and paste the eyes because drawing the other eye is just horrible, and I hate it. I try. I really, really do, but when it just doesn't look right and it looks so lopsided, I just cannot uh, bring myself to be okay with it. You know, you're a rock star. Oh, that's a very nice eye. I like that. This is gold. Let's see if I can make this eye even better. Again, you're just trying to follow your sketch as best as you can when it comes to lining, but sometimes you still manage to draw something a lot better than the other side. Like right now, I can tell that this eye is gonna look super different from the other one. What a concept. And that's okay. Oh yeah, that one's a lot floofier than this one. But that's okay. You'll notice that I'm very lenient with even my own art. Um, I don't like being too hard on things. Unless it just looks like absolute shit. Like, there's a difference between drawing stick figures ironically and drawing shit like non-ironically. For instance, you got your basic little stick figure, and then you got the person who, and I'm the type of person who believes in anybody can draw, but I admit that I make fun of the people who just cannot even draw a straight line and just make it look like absolute shit. Like, even I can't draw fucking... Oh god, that's stupid. This is a horrible example. Don't follow my example. But there are people who... Oh, I know! People who draw characters like that, like very sharp corners. Their eyes are super big, and there's just big ol' things like that, and the nose is a triangle, and their smile is just that, and there's just hair covering their other side. I used to draw like that too, but oh my god, it's still funny to see. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that cringe. Where's my goddamn eraser? Alright, back to drawing this again. I hope I'm drawing on the proper fucking layer. There have been times where I've drawn my actual lines on the sketch layer, and it's just not fun. It ruined my entire day this one time, because I was doing a really, really cool sketch, and it was turning out super good, and then I'm like, oh god, wait a minute, and I hide the layer by clicking that, and just everything was gone. I'm like, oh no. It's super bad when that happens. I should probably, hold on. Yeah, okay. So, noses are also easy to draw when you, even when you're starting out. I personally like drawing them like this if they're front facing, where you don't see the entire nose, but you still see like the point bit, and the side of it is shadowed. I personally like doing this. Mostly because I've seen older anime and they usually do that. And it's just an influence thing that I've introduced into my own style. Speaking of styles, like, if you're still struggling and thinking that you're drawing like another artist, that's completely okay. A lot of times artists what word am I looking for? A lot of times when you're starting, your style is going to mimic other people's styles, and like I said, that's completely okay. Like, I can guarantee that a lot of professional artists started off by either drawing like another one or just trying to mimic and copy other more famous pieces of work. Like, I remember in my art class there was an assignment where we had to draw, or not draw, but paint another artist's work. I chose the Great Wave near Mount Fuji. I don't know, I doubt that's the actual name of the painting, but it's the one where there's a giant wave, there's two boats, and in the background there's Mount Fuji. And I decided to do that one because that one's cool. But we also had to make a clay sculpture, and it was supposed to be like something from your painting, so you had to sculpt something from your painting as well. And it was definitely an interesting lesson because, for one, painting is not the same thing as ukiyo-e block art. Because with block art, you had to, I believe you had to, like, cut out stencils and, like, paint them and then press them onto a piece of paper. And you can't do that with a goddamn painting. You can't make it look as badass as that with a painting. So, mine looked pretty bad. I don't even know if I have a picture of it. I'll look on my camera, and if I do find it, it'll pop up on the screen. What else? How long has this been going, actually? Oh boy, it's almost been an hour. But anyway, man, I should probably, like, finish off get this done so that you guys aren't bored. God, the clothes. I'm not particularly bad at clothing. I've only recently started learning how clothing falls on the body and shapes to the body. Like, my pants used to be super, super weird to look at. They would, like, be super big, like, way too, no, they would actually, let me draw a sleeve, actually. So, say that's a sleeve. I would draw, like, do that, and that's pretty much what I would do. And it was super weird to look at. What else? And with collars, I'm still learning because they're just super weird to me. Like this. There we go. I just want to finish this up so I can finish the video and not bore you guys anymore. I can't believe I've been talking for an hour. That's super crazy. I'm sorry if I talk like a weirdo. Like I said, I'm trying to curb my cussing, and I keep saying this, but I've never done this before. And I'm just trying to, like, find what I like to talk about and see if I can make things interesting while you guys are watching. It shouldn't. Would it fall like that? I don't think clothes really have any point to them. Not like you shouldn't go around nude and and be like, free bird. No, like, but clothes aren't inherently pointy. At least not from what I've seen. They're just super blunt, super. They're superheroes. Yeah, that looks fine. I think that looks fine. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I was just talking about how I used to do this with my clothes and I keep doing it and it's stupid. It's so stupid to do that. Why would you do that? It's cool. It's super cool if you're doing like drawing for the first time and you're still practicing and haven't found your style yet. But know that that just looks super weird even if it's on super baggy clothing. I keep saying super, I'm sorry. I have a character that wears harem pants, so, like, that's normal on that type of clothing, because harem pants are, like, think Aladdin, because they're a lot like that, and your feet poke out like that, and I don't know, I really like these kinds of pants. They're super fun to draw. I think I am done, almost done, which is nice because, again, I've been doing this for an hour and I don't want to keep boring you guys. And with this layer should be done. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even decide if I wanted to keep the rips. I will probably decide in the next video. Let me get rid of... Oh, frig. See, I caught myself this time. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. That's the lines done. Let's check out everything without the lines. Oh, yeah. Yas Queen Slay. I like it. What do you guys think? Okay. The next video should be of coloring and stuff. And I hope you guys like this video, and I'm super sorry that it's so long. Those claws look super different from each other. And I keep saying super. I guess that's gonna be my catchphrase. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.